is loud and it is wet as we welcome you inside Lumen Field on your standard rain-filled afternoon in Seattle, Washington. Today we've got a matchup here in pivotal Week 7 between the Houston Texans and the Seattle Seahawks. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
On the ready?
Here's Walker to start the drive. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Well, this defense for the Texans, they were excellent a week ago in the victory over Arizona.
And that's not the half of it. They forced 7 turnovers in that game, and I know we always talk about turnovers coming in bunches once you force the first one. But 7? That seems almost impossible, but we watched it happen.
2nd and 5. That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And 3rd and 1 now. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where...
There he goes, left side. 30, 10, 5, and all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle.
Earlier in the week when they had their scouting report meeting, this was the explosiveness that they talked about trying to contain. They were concerned about it all week, yet he still did it to them. Wonder how that's going to carry over the rest of the game.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Taken from about the 12. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape, up past the 30. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Finding room at midfield. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Heck of a start, a 30-yard pickup on their first play from scrimmage. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. A quick throw to the left flat, and he's got it. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by Sidney Jones. And the Seahawks are going to take over here up near the 40. They brought the house that time on the young rookie, maybe a little rattled through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way. So when you see that, the ball's got to get out of your hands quickly, and that means your receivers have to understand they have to break off.
Walker hit and the ball is out, and the Texans scoop it, and they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. So a first quarter fumble in the rain, and this isn't supposed to let up. They've had flash flood warnings just west of here, so they better get used to this.
And it's hard to do real early in the game because you're so amped up and you're trying to do so much.
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Texans. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Texans strike quickly here to tie up the ball game. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And they take the lead here at 7-6. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. In the midst of, well, let's just say a not-so-rosy losing streak. They've got the open week, though, coming up next weekend, so you have to figure this to be a game that they dearly love to have.
Oh, indeed. They have to have this one because that's something positive to take with you when you go away for a few days, and it actually releases your mind. If they lose this one, that mind stays cluttered the entire time they're away, and they've got to scramble to get back in sync when they start playing again.
Sticking with Walker on second down. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 94 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Walker now on 1st and 10. And he'll work this forward for about 3 and second down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 24-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Up the middle they run. It's Walker. And he'll get about 5 here as he'll take this down inside the 20-yard line.
And it is still early, just the first quarter. But you start prorating the numbers, and we might be in for some history. I mean, that last run puts him over 100 yards already, and we've still got 3 quarters to go.
Sticking with Walker on second down. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Ken Walker with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Seahawks have regained the lead. The Seahawks offense staying put out on the field. They're going to go for 2. They'll look to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us. Because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation. This time, unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
He's got his man. It's Pierce. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Now back to throw. Johnson's got it complete. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, they obviously read man coverage their partner, and he got downfield, broke down the defender, made him
What do you mean by that?
Yeah, he made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield. Then he curls back inside for the completion.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. And Pierce gets it again on 2nd down. And only a couple there as he'll take this up to the 47. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. First catch of the game for Cooks. It'll be a 1st down.
And as a quarterback, you always want to exploit gaps in a defense, and he finds one here. Crossing route, working from right to left across the field. And once you get defenders going in the wrong direction, it is awfully hard for them to pivot back, and you end up getting the 1st down.
We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Back to throw here. And that's incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
19 tight, 19 tight.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. This is caught, it's Cooks. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 21. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. They'll look to throw again. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down on the sack. But defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. Back to throw. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. On now, Tucker McCann. This will be spotted at the 37, so it's a 47-yard attempt. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this will remain a 5-point game.
Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I'd feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
They'll try for the first with Walker. He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
And now on 4th and 1, it's a fake, and the gamble pays off. They get the first. Anxious moments there on the fake, but they do get just enough to pick up the first down. Straight ahead, Walker. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. The Seahawks at 1-5, really struggling here to start the year. Yeah, they've lost 3 straight here. It kind of goes without saying, I guess, but they could certainly use a win.
Yeah, no doubt about that. There's a difference between a losing stretch and a losing streak, and right now, they're not playing their best football, but if they were to fall here, and now you're looking at going 4 games without a win, things can start compounding themselves pretty quickly from this point forward.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
To throw on third down, McCann. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 21. A big gain of 28 as the drive continues.
Here we go.
Now to the ground, here's Walker. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Looking to throw. McCann. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. On third down, McCann. Touchdown, Seahawks. Tyler Lockett, 23 yards for the touchdown. And they are able to add on to their advantage. This time, the extra point up and good. And it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they are right at the 500 mark on the year and got there with a victory a week ago.
And I think right now I put myself in the shoes of the head coach and say, all right, time to reset a little bit. And I don't give my team a win one for the Gipper speech. I do say, look, we haven't played our best football yet, but we are at 500 and we're still in it. Let's try and string a few of these victories together, and we're capable of doing so.
Looking for Cooks, and it's intercepted. Tariq Woolen picks it.
A tough adjustment to the NFL throughout his rookie season, and his problem with turnovers is only exacerbated by his early showing today. That's a couple for him here in this first half, and he's cleared the double-digit mark for the entire season.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Throwing to start the drive. McCann. Got a man. It's Brown. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. On 1st and 10, McCann. Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Jalen Petrie picks it off. And the Texans are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, right? Because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
And he's got his man on the out route. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it makes it 3rd down and 2 yards to go. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hilton.
And the tough thing is when he goes back and reviews the film, he'll see that he already escaped the pocket. He could have gotten more himself by using his legs, and that might have been the better choice there instead of challenging the zone. A miscalculation on his part, and he pays for it with the interception.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
I guess they figure with a guy who is that hot downfield, who knows how to get the ball into the end zone, you throw it up and give him every opportunity, even though that one fell incomplete.
Yeah, he's already been in the end zone multiple times. Tried to target him again deep there, but unsuccessful. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
To throw on 3rd down, McCann. And that is incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he'll be out right at the 35. Rookie to rookie on the hookup there, and it's a 1st down.
19.
They'll drop to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Sidney Jones.
And the Seahawks are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line.
Boy, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game. Go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
I usually hesitate when I say a guy's got world-class speed, but this guy might. So let's fire the starter's pistol. Let's go. If you've got him, you've got to try and use him. A lot of anticipation with the ball in the air, but no, incomplete.
On 2nd down, it's Walker.
And he'll work this one up to about the 38. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
One thing that offensive guys stress when they throw the deep ball, you're just counting on your receiver to find it, adjust before the defensive back can get his head around. In this case, though, the DB matched it move for move and knocked it away.
And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback.
Ready.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least.
And now here is another interception.
picked up by Sidney Jones. And the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
But based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
And this may be a carbon copy, as he'll again be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down.
Here we go.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Blitz forthcoming as he'll look to throw. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. Myers' kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. Taken from about the 12. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. So they take the deficit into the lockers. You know they had plans to receive the football. A nice drive, instead a fumble on the kickoff.
And that can be demoralizing right there, because, as you pointed out, they had designs on coming out and, okay, we're going to change things here in the second half.
And he loses the football a second time. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble. Remember, earlier in this game, he lost a fumble. This time, it hit the deck, but he got it back.
Yeah, do you think he's breathing a monster sigh of relief right now? Could you imagine losing 2 in the same game and how that would affect you moving forward? But for him, high and tight, just like a good haircut. Never go wrong that way. Hold that football.
And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15. 148 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. And Walker once more. And oh my goodness, he loses it again. And the Texans scoop it. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line.
I don't care what the scoreboard says, partner. You know who's winning this game right now?
Mother Nature?
Yes, indeed. Precipitation's winning in a big way. Sloppy, sloppy. All these turnovers right now.
Yeah, well, this was the forecast. We got what was forecasted, and we've gotten a lot of turnovers. And he is going to lose yardage here. Boy, that is a 7-yard loss. Second down now. They're going to look to throw. It's caught left side by Cooks. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. 1st and 10, it's Pierce. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's going to take this all the way down to the Seahawks' 16-yard line. 31 yards there and a 1st down. Pierce gets this one running right. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
And when the defense wins and gives up no yardage on a running play, that's something they can build on and carry themselves forward throughout the game.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And that's caught. Did he stay in bounds, though? He did not. Ruled incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
And it's caught. Touchdown. A great effort there. A beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game.
And the Texans get a bit closer. Extra point by McCann, up and good.
And this is back to an 8-point game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. This one taken in by Otten.
And he is going to lose yardage here. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down.
We'll put that one in the win column for the defense. Trying to contain tight ends in the passing game is so difficult nowadays, but they did in a big way there.
Up the middle, here's Walker. And not much doing there, maybe a yard up to the 23.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down.
Go ultra.
On 3rd down, McCann.
Open man is Ayuk, complete.
And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the 3rd downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the 3rd quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
Out of the gun, Walker with it.
And he's got some space here. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive. And it seemed like they may be giving up momentum. Not so fast.
No, not at all, because they ended up pushing the lead up once again. And you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed hold of him, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock.
A fairly short kick from the 14. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
And Cooks has it over the middle.
And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Throwing over the middle,
and it's incomplete. What a difference a week makes. Last week, he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week, he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number, not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense has spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away this timing.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Again, he'll drop to throw. Being chased out left. He's letting it fly for Cooks, and that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down.
And where they are on the scoreboard almost dictates taking this big shot and trying to get right back into the game. They took it there and couldn't connect. Despite the defense being ready, go ahead and force it downfield. See what you can get.
And as is to be expected, this is nowhere near being good from that distance. And the deficit will hold at 15. I guess I got to hand it to him. That was that was ambitious.
Well, that's one way to put it.
On the give, it's Walker. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Sticking with Walker on second down. And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Off play action. McCann. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's fourth down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
They'll run for it. It's Walker. And the surge is going to be too much defensively. He's hit and taken down to the backfield. The Seahawks go for it but can't convert. And this Texans defense stands tall. Well, they knew who to turn to on fourth down. Their horse, they needed the short yardage. He just couldn't get it.
And that's a surprise because normally that's bread and butter for them, right? Hand it to the big guy, let him go, pick up the first down. Didn't get it there. All credit to the defense. Usually, even if they know he's coming, he can't be stopped. And they got it done on that play.
Back to throw now on first down. Looking sideline, incomplete. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that, and thus far they've been successful.
Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Forced out to his left. Gets the dump off to Pierce. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play.
look to throw again. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
Well, the connection they've had has been excellent today, but not on that snap. I think he was asking just a little too much as he extended that play, hoping for one more completion with him.
They'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete.
The frustration is definitely setting in because they've thrown it to him over and over, unable to come up with a catch thus far.
I think he knew he would have his challenges against his secondary. I don't think he saw a goose egg at this point in the game.
Got ready.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive, eluding the pressure right. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Sidney Jones. And the Seahawks are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on fourth down. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They have to like the position that they are in. Fourth quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT. And some room to run now. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. It's a big play there for Seattle. 67 yards on the ground.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he'll get this down only to the 18. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
From the gun on 3rd down, McCann. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Derek Stingley picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And the Texans are right back in this football game. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Now this throw caught left side. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Another connection between the two. This one good for 12 and a 1st down. He'll look to throw. His throw incomplete.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. I think
and now here is another interception. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And the Seahawks will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
7 yards there and a first down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they turn to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
That burst good for 20 and a first down. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
On the counter, it's Walker. And he's going to be stacked up right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing there for him. Second down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Walker with another carry. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Noah Fant, an 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Seahawks look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here this fourth quarter. Extra point up and third on Niners. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
This offense so far on third down, they're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 10. He'll drop to throw. Complete. It's Johnson. He's got the first down and more. Loose inside the 30. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and goal as they look to punch in a late score. Back to throw here. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. They'll look to throw again. And that is, I think he caught it. He did, but they'll say out of bounds. It'll be incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yes, let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They give him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Escaping the pressure right.
And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th.
He didn't like what he saw downfield, decided his best course of action was to take off and run. And that ended up being a gamble that did not pay off for him. Now they would have to gamble again if they want to keep this series going.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Open man is Cooks. He's got it. Touchdown, Texans. 4 yards on the touchdown grab. And the Texans have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
Hurry, 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 hurry.
They'll try and throw for it. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Popular down near the goal line. Quick slant. Nice job there to get in, knock it away.
It was. And one of the other things you're concerned about when you throw that route is to make sure your offensive linemen use their leverage to get the hands of the defensive front down so you can throw it through that little bit of crowd and get it to the receiver. In this event, they did, but a nice play by the defender knocking it away.
Well, CD, you understand. I mean, they're so eager trying to get back in this game here in the 4th quarter, but they touched that one a little too early before it went 10 yards.
Brandon, in such a high-stakes scenario, everyone's feeling the pressure on this play. The special teams coordinator, which one is he going to pick in terms of kicks? Can the kicker execute it? Can the team wait for 10 yards? So many variables, and in this case, they didn't get it done.
To the right side, this is Walker.
And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Got to figure the rush is going to be fierce again as they come up 2nd and 13. That one looks like he'll throw here. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time.
Derek Stingley picks it, and the Texans will take over here at their own 14-yard line. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. He's got his man. It's the tight end, Brevin Jordan.
And he goes down at the 26. A pickup of 13, and that last play began at the 13. 1st down. Now a deep ball here, hauled in just past the 50. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the 1st down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a 1st down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He's going to air one out. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Sidney Jones.
And the Seahawks are going to get it back here just past the 35.
Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
So the victory here for Seattle, and it's going to be their defense that gets the ink in the headlines tomorrow, and for good reason. They forced 5 turnovers in this game.
And while we were watching this game unfold, I kept thinking about when we did our training camp tour and something that you noticed along the way. Just about every camp we visited, when the defense got together, everyone was doing ball drills. Defensive linemen, linebackers, secondary. because they understood how vital it was to take the football away. And they wanted every opportunity. When the ball was knocked free, they want all those guys to be familiar with touching the ball so they could pick up the fumble or get the interception, and we saw it pay off in this one here.
Yeah, 5 times. They'll remember this one. So for the Seahawks, it may not be too late to salvage their season as the win moves them to 2-5 now on the year. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Texans, they fall a game under the 500 mark at 3-4 through 7.